Okay, so setup wise, I said, I think be careful not to go to the top of the grip and try and make the clubs longer by sort of holding it with the end of the club in the middle of your hands to make it longer. The clubs aren't too short, it's just a question of where your hands are coming back into position. Okay, now if we look at these two swings, backswing wise for the most part, a bit more of a length on the way on the right hand side. Okay, so slightly longer backswing because obviously a little more loose and your arms able to sort of swing up and you're getting that club to hinge upwards here, which gets that club able to come down if the club gets too far behind you.
That's what I ended, was it?
This is your previous, that was your full length backswing.
Wow.
Now from here, we've got this drop into the golf ball. Now if you look at the swing, catching sort of middle, top of the ball shooting off quite low, head staying down a long time, and all looks very sort of tucked up and quite sort of cramped. It does look very tense and sort of tucked up and cramped, as we said. What we're trying to do from here now is let the arms just drop as you come back into impact. Lovely strike as we continue. As you swing through, the biggest thing will be seen now in the follow through as you finish the swing, how much more range of motion you've got through this and this, because you're allowing the club to sort of swing down and through rather than trying to get down for the golf ball. If you from the top of here you drop your head down and bend your arms, it all gets very tucked up and it's very hard to actually move and function correctly. So when you do drop down, if you don't drop down sufficiently low enough, or your arms bend too and you straighten it, you might hit the ground behind the golf ball or top of the golf ball, and you're always relying on a bit more judgment than you really need. Ideally, you want to try to maintain yourself as nice and tall as we can. From there, as your head staying nice and stable, you see, there's not much dropping we had at all, is there?
So from here down to the bottom,
yeah,
I'm getting the speed of the shot.
Yeah, exactly. Your speed's going to be
power.
Your speed's going to come from about here. If you start putting the power on here, the speed then is put on here to there.
So you're accelerating most
exactly
there.
There's only going to be a small amount of distance that the club can accelerate force. If your backswing from there, if it's going to follow that track, it can only really accelerate for about that much of the swing. So maybe if you're doing it down there, or too late. So you make sure we get the acceleration into the golf ball. If it starts accelerating too much here, it starts slowing down as of now. So you're losing power when the club comes to the golf ball, okay? But from there now you can see it moving the arms there through the body much better. Your right arm extending nicely through, your left arm. That's a much better movement there, whereas this, it's all...
Oh, it's terrible.
We'll cross that one out. Okay, but keeping that width in the swing, and that's the key thing, okay? Keep the arms dropping. Don't try to drop your head or your body to get lower. If you're catching the top of the golf ball, it's where your arms are dropping down, okay? If you try to drop your body, then your arms will often instinctively sort of pull into their body this way, and then you've got two arms making a right. With a driver, you kind of get away with it a little bit because we said the ball's on that little T-peg, it's in the air. When the ball's on the ground with the irons, it needs to be a bit more up and down to hit the ground. If we're swinging too far around and you're losing balance and moving away from it, it's tough to come back consistently.
So with this, you're starting off, you've got your position, you're about inch and a half from the tee, or I'm going to
from the
from
the ball, okay.
That position goes with you all the way to the top.
Yeah, so as you're swinging the golf club, you want to maintain that position. Ideally with the golf, you have one sort of position and one movement rather than lots of different movements up and down and side to side. If we're moving laterally, vertically, side to side, up and down, all the different things, trying to be consistent with that.
So what I was getting at, I put it over badly.
Okay, that's right.
If I was, so it's in that position. When I do it so badly, tense, moving my knees, moving my feet and everything, I'm actually changing where I am, the angle.
Exactly. If you start with a club, if I zoom in here, so when you're playing, if that's where the club is there, when you come back, if you move off the ball or lift your arms in, your club comes back here on top of the golf ball, or it moves too far inside, so you actually catch the end of the club. So your arm. So the thing about sort of hammering a nail into a bit of wood, your arm will sort of have one movement back and forth. There's no real movement side to side or this way with the body. We're just trying to get a nice consistent movement back and forth, up and down, rather than all over you. So the club wants to come back that same spot to the base of the ball there. If you lift your arms or drop your body or lean back, we'll catch top of the ball, and thus probably the ball on the ground low somewhere, and then you try to get lower to get underneath the golf ball. Okay, make sense now? Yeah,
it does.
Happy days, good.